What's up guys, FM Campbell here and welcome to episode number 34 of the Aston Villa series. Now today we have got a reasonably long episode, but I'll try and keep it as short and sweet as possible, but there has been lots going on. Now if you haven't seen episode number 32, I suggest pausing this video first and going to watch that episode. A, because there'll be a lot of spoilers in this episode. B, it is very, very important episode for Aston Villa and for the series. And C, it is probably the best video I have ever uploaded on this channel. That's my personal opinion. It was so much fun to make. It was dramatic. I was bloody all over the place in it. It was rather entertaining, if I do say so myself. But yeah, so I suggest pausing the video now and going and checking that out first because it was dramatic as hell. Now, if you have paused the video, welcome back. This is what's been going on. So in episode 32, before we did the season review in the last episode, we won. We had the three finals basically. So we had the final day of the Premier League, where unfortunately we lost out to Chelsea. They were the favourites to win it on the final day. We needed them to lose to Reading. They didn't. They beat them, and that means that we finished second in the league. Then the second game was the final of the FA Cup. So the FA Cup final, and we played against Norwich, who actually knocked out Chelsea in the semi-final. And we beat them. So today we'll be playing the first live game in the Community Shield against Chelsea, as they won the league, we won the Premier League. That's how it works. So we'll be playing them in the Community Shield in the first live game. In the second live game, we'll be playing Arsenal in the Euro Super Cup. And the reason for that is Arsenal won the Champions League, obviously, which we weren't in last season. But we somehow, in the third live game of episode number 32, beat Barcelona in the Europa League final. And my God, it was probably one of the most dramatic games I've ever had on Football Manager, I have to say. If people was to say, Tom, what is probably the most exciting game, most dramatic game, or just that incredible game you ever had on FM, that would be the one. It was just drama, goals, it had everything. It was such a good episode, so much fun to record. It was not what I was expecting, if I'm completely honest, but we did manage to beat them. And yeah, so we'll be playing Arsenal in the second game of the second live game of this episode in the Super Cup. So potentially 2 more trophies to the collection. It will mean that we only need the Capital One Cup and the Capital One Cup, the Premier League, and obviously the big one, which is going to be the goal of this series, to win the Champions League. So before we get into that, we've got some updates and a lot of stuff that's been going on. Obviously we've been currently going through the transfer window, so there's been loads and loads that I need to update you with. First of all, as I said, Arsenal won the Champions League since the last episode. The junior coaching budget has been increased, which is good. So our junior coaching and our coaching for our youngsters should improve. We've started to search for a feeder club. I don't think we've heard back from it yet. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, search for a feeder club. Our scout count has been increased to 16. It is currently 13. And then Memphis Depay is a guy that's been wanted by a hell of a lot of clubs. And whilst we had him happy, whilst we have him obviously winning trophies, I jumped on that and I gave him, I know very, very soon, a new deal. And it swatted off all the other clubs. They're no longer interested in, which is great. And he's only on 15 grand more than a week than what he was already on. So it's really good. But we are making lots of money, obviously, with the competitions that we're in. We lost out on Sol. If you've seen in the previous episodes in the series, we had Sol on loan from Atletico Madrid, and he was did wonders for us. Him and Verratti, both since have left. Verratti, unfortunately, Chelsea filled his 35 million release clause, which is good for us as a club because we've got plenty of money. But Sol was only a loan deal, and unfortunately we couldn't get him on a permanent deal. We did try to get him on a permanent deal, and we had a bid accepted for about £13 million, but unfortunately he turned us down, and he's gone to Arsenal, so that was quite frustrating. Memphis Depay won Fans Player of the Year. The minimum target for this season is to qualify for the Champions League again, so we need to finish at least 4th place. We've got a 4-year sponsorship deal announced, 525k a year, so it's about just over 2 million, which I'll imagine they'll probably extend or increase in the future. We are now the 3rd richest club in the world. How crazy is that? We've not won a major... Well, we've won the Europa, but we've only won one major European trophy since we started it, and we are the 3rd richest. That is absolutely mental. Obviously, with the new owners coming in and with our good budget and money management that's been going on. Let's see how we find. Is it rankings? Just trying to remember. Finances. Is this it? Oh, we're second now. We've leapfrogged Arsenal. So we are the second richest club in the world. Look at that. 1.12 billion in value. 1.12 billion in value. It's actually technically value, not finances. Financial status. Okay, look at all these teams that are rich, and we are rich. Good. I've never seen this before. That's quite cool. Turnover. We are 21st with 52 million. And yeah, but the estimated, so we're actually the second most valuable club. That's probably a better way of putting it. So Chelsea are first with 1.21 billion. We're second with 1.12 billion. Arsenal in third, and the only other team in the world to be worth over £1 billion. Man City, Man United. So all Premier League clubs that are the top 5. That's quite cool. Just proves you how big the Premier League is. PSG, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Barca, Bayern, all finished off the top 10. But absolutely crazy we're worth that amount of money. Yeah, all the loans have returned, so it became time for a clear out. And my God, did we have one. There's a couple of players that we went for on Bosman's, but we'll go and have a look at what's going on transfer-wise. So we'll look at this history, and this is what's been happening. So, where do we start? At the beginning, I know, whatever. Right, so we'll start with the outs. So, actually, should we go with the outs? No, we'll do the ins. We'll do the ins. No, the outs. Make your bloody mind up, Tom. Right, so Todd Kane, he's gone out on loan to Ipswich for the season. Remember, all players that are out on loan have gone out on loan with 100% of their wages paid. So it's saving us all the money. They're playing in the position where I want them to play, and they're playing either as a key player or a regular first team footballer. So Todd Kane went to Ipswich, I'll be playing right back. Nick Powell to Norwich. We sold Mauro Icardi. A lot of people were saying, no, keep him, he's really, really good, blah, blah, blah. He was so inconsistent for me. I actually had a look, and he scored, I can't remember how many goals it was, but it was pretty much, I think it was something like 17 goals, and I think like 13 of them were penalties. He's actually been quite inconsistent if you discount penalties. So PSG come with a nice offer for him of £17 million. I thought, do you know what? I've got a better target that I want to get in. Lukaku's obviously playing a lot more football, and he did start to say about first team football and why he wasn't playing as much. So I opted to just let him go, and they took him for £17 million. I don't think PSG will be threatening us too much in the future. Well, hopefully not, but yeah, so we opted to let him go. I know I'd rather get more money than that, but because he wasn't playing as much as Lukaku, his value it dropped actually £1 million, so I was a little bit concerned about that as well. But Florian Thauvin also went to PSG. He went for £9 million, and we bought him for £1.5 million. We were joined at the beginning of the season, so a nice turnaround and profit on him. Harvard Nordtveit we signed on a free. If you remember, he's gone to Krasnodar for £5 million. Lucas Silva we signed for... How much did we sign Lucas Silva for? £2.9 million. He then left 6 months... Well, he played seven games, scored 1 goal, and left for over £10 million more for £13 million. He's gone to Sunderland. Gerard Deulofeu we actually let go on loan to Manchester United. I'll explain the reasons behind that very, very shortly. Look, they're actually paying all of his wages as well, remember, because he is on quite a hefty wage. That's one of the reasons why. And I thought about his value. That was the main thing that I actually let him go for. And his value should increase at Man United. 4.4 million we signed him for. He's currently worth 13.75 million. So hopefully we can make a nice fee on him in the future. If not play him, but we have obviously got Lacazette playing as an inside forward on the right, almost like a 4-3-3. So it meant that Deulofeu was kind of surplus to requirements, and for us to be paying him 90 grand a week and him not playing consistently, I decided to let him go out on loan. But I've also got a big surprise coming up as to another winger that we signed, which I'll go through very, very shortly. Phil Jones, we decided to let go just because he was so inconsistent. He had a 25 million release clause as well. We could have offered him a new deal, but he wanted about 110 grand a week after winning the Europa League. Man City came in, fulfilled that 25 million release clause. This is something that he put in as non-negotiable in his contract when we signed him originally. But we made a nice profit on him as well. Manchester City signed him, as I said. We signed him for 4.4 million in the transfer window. And then obviously, as I said, Man City signed him, making over 20 million profit on him, which is brilliant. Jack Grealish just dipped in form. A lot of the time that you'll probably see in live episodes or in episodes that I might have mentioned, Jack Grealish, he seems to, all I ever see of him is cut inside and bloody miss and put it wide. His finishing was not too great in game, and he was a little bit inconsistent, and because of the players that we were doing a turnaround and some of the players that were coming in, we decided to let him go. John Flanagan, we let go to Sunderland for 10 million. Another one that we've made a nice little bit of profit on, 2.3 million. He stayed at backup to Corchia at right back, then left for £10 million. Lee Lynch gone to Kasim Passa, along with Jacob Montari, Peter Pears and Liam Pelletier. They've all gone on loan to Kasim Passa, who are one of our feeder clubs. Jason Thomas to Woking, Nick Clements to Grimsby, Adam Shepherd to Basingstoke, Falstone Mercado to Arsenal Tula, Frank Vasquez to Larnacus, Adekunle to Gaziantepspor, Jacob Matari, Tom Palmer both to Nagoya Stoles, Ollie Sutton to Brackley, Jay Zeminski to Mordovia, Greg Schweitzer has gone to Sibalia, Jonas Sundman and Mustafa Zayden, along with Paul Appleton, all left on free transfers because they weren't good enough. Mohamed Besic has gone to Leicester for £7.5 million, and we didn't make too much of a profit, only 1.5 million, but he was never going to be playing for us, and I thought people were offering about 4 million for him, so I just thought, you know what, let's let him go. Enzo Reale's gone to Palace on loan. Luis Alberto went to Stoke for £8 million. I forget how much we signed him for. I think it was cheap. £2.9 million, so again, another profit. Recife has gone on loan. I should probably go through some of these ins before we continue, because there's a couple of players that are in this that we signed. So before we move on to Recife, we'll look at these players here. So there's players that obviously I mentioned: Zeminski, Shriver, Schweitzer, Pears, is Fossen one? Yeah, these guys all signed on frees that I've actually mentioned in previous episodes. These are a lot of the Americans that I couldn't get work permits for, but I'm hoping to in the future, if not to make money on, because some of them are a reasonably good level. So Zeminski, Shriver, Schweitzer, Pears, Fossum. He's signed. Is he? No, he's not an American, but he's got good potential. He's got good physical stats, good mental stats. He's got a little bit decent potential. So hopefully we can do something with him. Yeah, Palmer, Curtin, Montari, Adekunle, Lynch, Vasquez, Pelletier, all signed on frees. Paul Barnett joined from Crewe on a youth contract. He looks to be, don't trust that stat there, but I like some of his stats that I think I can work on. He's got good physical stats. His mental stats aren't too bad for a 15-year-old. He's got the finishing to be a striker. There's a couple of things you can work on. I think we can make some money on him in the future. Andriy Zivkovic, we fulfilled his £4 million release clause. He's one of the reasons why Grealish was released, or Grealish was let go. 21 years old. He's got great potential. No bad negatives that I can look at, but he's got good stats all round for a right-sided player. Can also play on the left as well. David Bonin, he signed for £4 million. Regen, look at him. Just need to work on his finishing, and this guy could be a beast. 17 years old, bags and bags of potential. So could be a great signing. He did sign for £4 million though, so that's quite a hefty fee. Lewis Cook from MK Dons. This guy's another regen. I think I can do some work with him on the right hand side. Not bad potential. Dribbling is there for the wing up. We just need to work on his technique especially. Who else do we have? Yassine Benzia. You may have heard this guy in previous FMs. We signed him for £1.2 million on the transfer list. He's only 22 years. He's still got relatively good potential. I think we can make some money on him in the future. We'll see what happens. Who else we got? Costa signed from Belenense. 17 years old, striker, good finishing, good physical stats, reasonably good potential. He relishes big matches, which I like. He's signed for 350k. Paul Cole, another one, 16 years old, central midfielder, reasonably good stats, half decent potential. We'll see what we can do with him. Skeon Roberts signed from Ipswich. This guy looks awesome. Physical stats are all good. Mental stats are reasonably good as well, but look at the technical. If we can work on that marking, he's got heading and tackling already. He's 6'3", 16 years old. And he's got lots of potential as well. He could be a real future centre-back star of the Premier League. Neil Carlin joined from Leeds. Again, another centre-back. Just needs to work on his heading and his marking. Other than that, he's not too bad. Who else do we have? Justin Clement joined from NC Fusion on a free. Is another one of the Americans that need a work permit. Again, reasonably good stats all round. Good physical stats, which is what I like. But he's 18 years old, so a little bit older than I would ideally have liked. Adrien Rabiot is signed from PSG for 2.2 million on the transfer list. 22 years old, already worth more than double in value. He's not really going to get any much better in the future, but I think we can make some money on him in the future as well. Get him loaned out, get someone paying his wages, and then we'll see what we do with him in either the January window or at the end of the season. Emmanuel Mamana, this guy is an absolute beast. He's a great future star. We signed him for 7.25 million. Gone back to way too far. From River Plate, 21 years old. He's got good mental stats, good physical stats, and really good technical stats as well. 6 foot, so not the biggest, but he's got good potential, and I think he could be a great fourth choice / maybe third choice centre back for us. Tyrone Mings, we signed from Arsenal for 5.5 million. 24 years old. I like the fact that he's English. He's got incredible physical stats, really good technical stats, and good mental stats as well. And he's also got he's not bad of a level for a good, decent backup left back. And we've actually got a couple of issues at left back, which I'll go through in a second. But yeah, Tyrone Mings signed from Arsenal, and the fact that he's English is a bonus. Enzo Reale signed from FC Lorient. We signed him on a free at the end of his contract. He's already worth 2.9 million. He's not got great potential, but again, I think I can make some money on him in the future. Yuri Tielemans signed on a free. 20 years old. Real good potential as well. I think this guy could be a future star if we can sort out some of his physical stats. He signed on a free, and what was his value already? 7 million, so we're laughing all the way to the bank. Moving on, look at who we signed on a free. On a free transfer, we signed Thiago on only 62 grand a week. Absolutely unreal. The reports don't say that he's too great. I know he is. He's got a couple of problems with injuries that hopefully we can sort out. But look at his stats. His technical stats are unbelievable. Technique 19, passing 18, first touch 19, dribbling 17. He's probably going to be back up to Oliver, but we'll probably sell him in the future, and I think we could make at least 25 million on him. That is just such good business for us and such good business for Aston Villa overall. But we'll move on. Brian Rebello is another one that's good business from Sevilla. 23 years old, already worth 6.5 million. Not going to improve too much, maybe half a star, but he's a fairly inconsistent performer. He's currently on loan at Reading, which we'll go back through all of these in a second. Another one that we signed on a free, Hector Bellerin, at the end of his contract. He's got he's not bad. He's a good choice for backup right back. We was going to try and get Kieran Trippier, but it was a little bit too expensive. But Hector Bellerin has joined. The fact that he's homegrown was a bonus at the start, but we then allowed him to go to Reading on loan, and I'll explain why very, very shortly. Kolodziak, that's probably not pronounced correctly, signed him on a free, 25 years old, left back. He's signed, who was it from? I want to say Sevilla again. Yeah, from Sevilla, on a free, and I think we can make some money on him in the future. We keeps on going. Look, the list is endless. Will Keane signed on a free for Man United, already worth 5.25 million. English. He's got really, really good stats all round. Bit of a forgotten man on FM. Not great potential according to the reports, but I think again we'll be able to make some money on him, especially as he's English. Salva Ruiz. This guy used to be a wonder kid, especially on FM 14. He's not so much anymore, but again 4.2 million already in value, and we signed him on a free. 22 years old. No brainer. Simon Passer, again another one that I just think I can make some money on. Signed him for nothing. He's now worth £6 million. Hopefully we can. These are the sort of players that you can make roughly about 10 million on, and hopefully increase the budget. So again, we're going to have another clear out probably in a season or two, and really get rid of a lot of these players. But we're just focusing on making money on some of these to start off with. Ryan Mendes de Grassa. He's actually got reasonably good stats. He's 27 years old, however. He's currently on loan at Burnley. Value is 6.25 million again. Our moneymaker. Who else do we have? Nenad Krusticic from Sampdoria, again on a free. Lots of players signing on free. He's 27 years old, already worth £7 million. Again, a moneymaker. Jordan Ferry from Lyon on a free, 3.9 million in value. Centre midfielder, 25 years old. Jean-Armel Canabique from Toulouse FC on a free. Reasonably good stats, 4.3 million already in value. Again, he's on loan currently at Swansea. Again, a moneymaker. Slobodan Rajkovic from Hamburg, centre back, 28 years old. I just like quite a lot of his stats. He's not that much in value, but he's 6'3". I'm just, they don't want to concern it. Well, two things I'm concerned. Well, three, I suppose. Heading, aggression, and obviously his acceleration and his overall pace is not great. But you're not expecting him to be quick for 6'3". I'm 6'5". I'm not the quickest. So yeah, again a moneymaker. Andy Najjar from Anderlecht on a free, 3.7 million value already. Right hand sided attacking midfielder. Again, probably going to be making some money. Jordan Woodward, Galaxy Academy. This guy is 18 years old. Another one that needs a work permit. We're trying to get him out on loan currently. Martin Ramos on a free. Again, another regen. We've got him currently under bid because we need a work permit for him. Again, I think I'm going to try and make some cash money records on him. This is the other left back that we signed, Abdul Baba. If you've seen the World Network game, you'll notice this guy, Abdul Baba, left back, absolute beast. He was going for relatively cheap at 13.5 million, considering most of the time he costs about 22 to 25 million. So now we have an issue. We've got Jonathan Silva, Abdul Baba, and Tyrone Mings. I like the fact that Tyrone Mings is English. Abdul Baba is a better left back than Tyrone Mings, but Jonathan Silva is also mainly our best left back. But his stats aren't as good as Abdul Baba's. But according to the reports, he is actually better. So we've got a bit of a decision to make on who we loan out on which one of the three. Jorginho Wijnaldum signed for Newcastle in real life. We've signed him for 3.6 million. He's since gone out on loan to Palermo. 9 million already in value. 26 years old. Very, very versatile. But he's on 31 grand a week. That's why Palermo are paying all of his wage. Again, hopefully a money maker. Tom Ince, the forgotten man, Mr. Tom Ince. He was going to be this great player. We've signed him on for very cheap, I think. 275k. So yeah, very cheap. Already worth 2.4 million. Currently on loan at Sunderland. Carl Jenkinson, this is the reason why we let Bellerin go out on loan. Carl Jenkinson's going to come in and be our backup at right back, obviously behind Corchia. Either going to be a money maker as we signed him for 2.7 million. He's already worth nearly, well, just under double that. Again, just backup for now. But the fact that he's English again is a bonus. Now, we've gone striker crazy. This is why we let go of Mauro Icardi. We signed Harry Kane. Obviously we let Grealish go. We let Phil Jones go. Who else did we let go? There's other people that we let go as well. But we opted to that I needed English players essentially. I didn't want to focus too much on buying loads of foreign players. So we actually splashed a little bit, £12 million on Harry Kane. It's costing us 85 grand a week. He will rotate with Romelu Lukaku, and I think this guy is such a beast that I just couldn't turn it down. His reports don't say he's as good as Lukaku. Obviously, you see Lukaku there is a much better striker, but he's still got potential to improve, and I think he will be a great addition. Julian Brandt, this is the reason why we let Torvin go. 21 years old, left-sided or right-sided if we wanted to. We signed him for £27.5 million, so we splashed the cash, but we were able to because we've done so well in the tournaments last season and in the season overall. And also we've sold really well and we've made quite a bit of money. So Julian Brandt we brought in. Left-sided, he'll be back up to Memphis Depay. Bilal Ul-Cheek, this guy can play either side. Again, this guy, we'll see what we decide to do. We signed him for £7.5 million, which was his release clause. He's now on loan at Leeds United. We did actually try to approach to sign him at the beginning, but he was not interested in signing for the club. So to see that he is now, which is good, but he's got great potential. Currently out on loan to Leeds, and we'll see what we decide to do with him next season / come January. Luca Mazzatelli, 21 years old. We signed him for 5.25 million. He's got reasonably good potential. I just think he's all round not a bad player at all. I think we'll obviously try and make money on him. Trying to get him out on loan at the moment. Joaquin Correa, 22 years old. Great stats, technical wise. Mental does need work, and his physical's not too bad either. We signed him for 3.3 million. He's currently on loan at Benfica. I think we'd be able to make some money on him, but we're currently waiting for a work permit as well, which failed. That's the reason why we've loaned him out. Ruben Neves, beast, absolute beast. He had a 22 million release clause. We hit it. We did actually try and hit his 14 million one. Unfortunately, he signed the new deal. So then we went, okay, well, let's have a look at the release clause again. It's 22 million this time, not too much more. So we've gone for him. We've brought him in. He's got great potential, and he is absolutely unreal. I'm buzzing with this signing. 20 years old. Look at those mental stats. Absolutely unreal. He's actually probably going to be our captain sooner rather than later. Determination of 17, leadership of 18. He's such a good player. Future star for Aston Villa, I'm sure. And now you're probably seeing these last two signings and thinking, bloody hell. I know. Raheem Sterling now plays for Aston Villa. Now, this was quite tough for me as a United fan to do anyway. He plays for Liverpool, signed for Man City. But he's unreal. He's so good on the game. He's really consistent. He's a world-class player. He's still got potential to improve. He's 3.5-star current potential according to our assistant manager. 4-star potential. Current and now potential. 22 years old. We signed him for £42 million. My God, we have splashed the cash. But yeah, £42 million. He's on 130 grand a week. But that's we realistically we have to have this turnaround in great players if we want to challenge early on in the Champions League. That's the reason why we've done these sort of moves. So it'll be a rotation between him and Lacazette on the right hand side, Depay and Brandt on the left, Lukaku and Kane up top. Then we've obviously got Oliver and Thiago in the number 10, and then obviously got Lucas Romero, Gaston Gil Romero, and others, which we'll come into in a second. We'll have a look at the team in a second. But we also brought in Januzaj because I'm not 100% trustworthy of Thiago. We'll see what we're actually trying to loan him out at the moment because his current ability is not as great as I like it to be, and he does have problems with injuries, as you probably know from real life. And I looked at Januzaj, and he's actually more natural now in an advanced playmaker role in the number 10. So he is actually our main rotation / backup for Oliver. And I think that we'll really be able to build upon him. He's only signed for only £25 million, so a bit of a bargain really, considering we could probably sell him for 40 million in the future. So yeah, good signing. So we really splashed the cash towards the end, but I looked at the team and thought, we haven't really turned much around. We've made a lot of money. Let's go and spend some money, and we'll work on it from there. But we'll move over to the rest of the outs, and like I said, there are a lot of them. We've been trying to have as much of a clear out as possible. Some deals have taken longer than others, but we've like I said, they did go through. Recife, however, went out on loan to Lecce. Brian Rebello to Reading, Doran Rotario to Norwich, Charlie Austin we sold to Cardiff. You remember we signed him for really cheap. He's gone to Cardiff for 5 million. Ender Stevens to Wolves, whose deal expired at the end of the season, 775k. Jean Amal Canabiyik, the one I said about, has gone on loan to Swansea. Alessandro Florenzi went to Krasnodar for £10 million. Slobodan Radkovic to Perugia. Alvaro Arroyo to Rayo Vallecano for 975k. Chris Hurd to Bristol City for 425k. Joaquin Azura to Parma on loan. Kelvin to Lecce on loan, for £3 million. Andrea Bertolacci to Parma for £2 million. Lucas Spendelhofer to Stoke for £6 million. Luca Forte to Brighton on loan. Christian Trash to Reading for £3 million. Issa Suleiman to Leyton Orient for 170k. Bradley Miller to Belchatoad on loan. Lloyd Isgrove to Swindon for 500k. Safir Tyler to Swansea for 5 million. Albin Ekdal to Reading for 2.1 million. Marco Frediani to Derby on loan. Callum Robinson to Huddersfield on loan. Jordan Woodward to Amcar on loan. Mendes de Grassa to Burnley on loan. Andy Najjar to Getafe on loan. Kuma Babacar went to QPR for £7.5 million. Andre Green to Altrincham. These are all loans I'm going to quickly go through now. Josh Shriver to Interbaki. Florian Josephoun to Derby on loan. Everton to Vasco. Anes Almerovic to Port Vale. Untersea to Gillingham. Wijnaldum to Palermo. Joshua Webb to Crawley. Seagrease to Leyton Orient. Pelletier to Kasim Passer, again the feeder club. Ben Graf to Victoria Zizkov. Alvaro Medran to Malaga. Paul Curtin to Kralov, I think I pronounced that correctly. Hepburn Murphy to Port Vale, Gary Gardner to Bolton, Bernardo Silva to Reading, Amido Salafu to Wigan, Angelo Henriquez to Perugia for 8 million. We signed him on a free. Tom Ince to Sunderland, Justin Clement to Gornik Lejna, Matthias Zimmerman to Hanover, Josue we sold to Swansea for 5 mil. Kalinic to Blackburn for 2.7 mil. Hector Bellerin to Reading on loan. Ismail Gonçalves to Bolton for 80k. Luka Jovic to Herenveen on loan. Costa to Ergatilis. Tielemans to Palace. Bilal Ulchik to Leeds. Joaquin Correa to Benfica. Fran to Racing. Fran to Racing on a free because he was winding me up. Will Hughes to Everton. That's the reason why we brought it. That's the reason why we let him go on loan to Everton. I think his value increase. Another English player was also obviously released. That's why we brought in Januzaj for homegrown status. We've also got Thiago there and Oliver as well. Jorge Garcia on a free. We let released. Simone Passa to Kasim Passa. Nicholas Stark we let go. This is the reason why we let him go is because we brought Ruben Neves in. Nicholas Stark went to Atletico Madrid for £20 million, so a real good turnaround in profit. Salva Ruiz to Kasim Passa. Luis Letao to Amcar. Carlos Alberto Gomez to Amcar. Jack Hesma to Kasim Passa and Ed Bull to Barnet. Oh my god, I'm losing my voice just doing them. But we sold a total of £201 million and we bought £192 million. So we've still managed to make profit even though we've sold the players that we've sold. This is the reason why I go a bit transfer crazy and player turnaround crazy. We still have an awful lot of under 21 players, as you can see. Under 18s, we also have quite a few as well. But we'll look at the squad and we'll look at the tactics and then we'll move on into the games. I'm also trying to think of any other bits of news that I might need to let you know about. It's just a huge rotation of players is probably the main news. But at the minute we've got, as you can see, Silva, Balanta, Doria, Korchik. Well, let's just look at the squad, the options that we've got. So we've got Scuffey or Timo Horn as per usual. Probably Timo Horn being number one choice. We've then got Jenkinson and Corchia at right back. Corchia probably being number one choice. At the minute we're trying to loan out Baba because I like the fact that Tyrone Mings is English. So we've got Jonathan Silva and Tyrone Mings at left back. Central defenders we've got a choice of Doria, Kolka, Mamana and Balanta. Moving to the sort of the central midfield, defensive midfield role, we'll put Will Hughes into the under 21 squad. We've got Gaston Gil Romero, Lucas Romero, Ruben Neves and Lewis Cook as options. In the 10 role we have Thiago, Oliver and Januzaj. On the left hand side we have a choice of Depay or Brandt. On the right hand side we have a choice of Lacazette or Sterling. The four of them will rotate both sides and Lacazette can also play up front. We've then also got Zivkovic that can play either side as well for rotation, for injury cover. And the fact that all of these players can play left, right and centre is a real bonus. Up front, striking options, we've got Lukaku, Harry Kane and Lucas Cano. So, I think that's all the pieces of information that you need to know. We chose the high bonuses for Europe and the league and a middle bonus for domestic cups as they're not as important. Huge rotation in players which you know about to challenge for the Champions League. An annual fee of 123k was paid to Columbus, who are one of our feeder clubs. The club are delighted with the way that we're running it. Mosquito, who's gone out on loan, is out for 6 to 7 weeks, but it's not too important. As I said, he's not a special player for us anymore, or at all. I don't think he ever was. And the player numbers have been sorted, which I'll go into in a second. We've also signed the new fitness coach, Marsharajian, but I'll show you him again in a second. But we're going to continue forward now, and I'll join you either if I have any more information. Well, I'll join you for the Chelsea game in the Community Shield, and then obviously with any information that we have as well. So I'll see you in just a second. So you rejoin us then, and there has been a couple more pieces of movement. We've actually now spent 2 million over what we've made, so we're making a minus 2 million in profit. But we've brought in a couple more players, some players that I think that I can make some money on or that have real great potential. Marcelo Melli has signed for 2.7 million. We're looking to get a work permit for him. He's currently under bids to go out on loan to Genoa, Malaga, Benfica, Sassuolo, Sporting or Torino. He looks like a really, really good player. I really like his mental stats. Look at that work rate, teamwork, determination. Really, really good. He can play both central midfield. He's a ball-winning midfielder, essentially. He's 5'10". His physical stats could work on that strength and the tackling as well. 25 years old, and we signed him for, as I said, 2.7 million, and he's already worth 6.5. So let's see what we can do with him in the future. Another one is Thomas Bjorner from Young Boys, 17 years old, a central attacking midfielder, regen, where he's wanted by 4 clubs on loan. I don't know whether we'll do that at the moment. He's currently in the under 18s. We signed him for £7.5 million. That is the reason why. He's got great potential, already got good current ability for a number 10. We'll probably get Oliver or maybe Thiago tutoring him sooner rather than later, and really sort of improve their mental stats and just work with him and see what we can do into break him into the first team in the near future rather than later. Another one is Charlie Telfer. We signed him for 950k. He's got good potential ability. Signed him from Liverpool as we go back way too far. But yeah, really good potential all round. Scottish. He previously played for Dundee United at the start of the game. Liverpool signed him for 2.6 million. Borough and Forest both loaned him. We've then signed him for 950k. He's now worth 925k. I think we can make 5 million on him, maybe more in the future, depending on what we do with him. We're currently trying to get him out on loan. I can't remember who I told you about, but Jack Hesmer went to Kasimpasa, Ed Ball has gone to Barnet on loan, and Douglas Wolfe to Amcar on loan. These guys are needing work permits, and we're going sending them out to hopefully get them playing some first team football, and then yeah, we'll try and get work permits for them. So that's all the business that's been going on. We'll show you that fitness coach that we've brought in, wherever he is, Fabio Maisharagian. Unreal fitness coach. Never seen him before in my life. Fitness 20. Look at the stats. He's 16 at attacking, defending, mental, tactical, technical. 18 at working with youngsters. 15 at man management. Physiotherapy is 20. Motivating 18. And determination 16. So this is how it looks coaches wise for our training currently. So we're 4.5 and 5 star for our 2 fitness areas. We're then 5 star through myself in the tactical. We're 4 star with Bobby Mims and Ventura in ball control. Defending, we are 5 star with Flavio Tanajura. Attacking, 4.5 star for Domenico Rocco. And then who we got? Kaut, maybe, I don't know. Benoit, very heavy at the minute though, shooting. So obviously as players are loaned out, hopefully the work rates, the coaches' workloads will go down. Goalkeeping, then we've got shot stopping, a 4 star, handling a 5 star. So I'd like to improve the ball control and the shot stopping in the near future. But like I said, we'll see how we get on and what's going on. But anyway, let's move forward. Quickly before I do play the Community Shield live for you though, we will look at the squad and the squad numbers. So these are the numbers that I normally give players. I tend to give it, obviously goalkeeper will be number 1. My second goalkeeper will not normally be number 21 because he's second number 1. That's the reason behind the 21. So there he is, Scuffet in number 21. Right back's always number 2, left back's always number 3. Again, the same sort of system. Second number 2 is Carl Jenkinson at right back. Second number 3 is Tyrone Mings at left back. We then have central defenders who are normally 4, 5 and 6, and then a higher number. We've gone for Doria, Kolka and Balanta at 4, 5 and 6, and then we've gone with 27 at Mamana. This is normally because I normally see centre backs are either 15, was it 26 or 27. I often see them numbers at defenders, so that's why we went with 27. I think I had Mikel Silvestre in mind for this, that he said he's been number 27 previously, and I wanted to give Lucas Romero 15, so that's why I didn't give him Vidic's number. Moving on, the right hand sided star player is always number 7, left hand sided star player is always number 11, Beckham and Giggs. That's the reason why I do that. The number 10 role isn't actually ever a number 10 for me, but he's always an 8 or something different. So we've got Oliver at 8. What's Januzaj? Januzaj's 14, then should it be a 12? Yeah, Thiago's a 12. Lukaku's our number 1 striker who wears number 10. Lacazette wears number 9. The reason behind this is he can play right, left or up top or in behind, depending. So that's why I went the number 9 striker. So he could rotate with Lukaku quite often as playing on the wing, which I do like to play him as an inside forward. Lewis Cook's 13 because he's our least used central midfielder. That's why I give him the number 13. Most people don't like to use number 13. I do. Januzaj's 14. Lucas Romero, Gaston Gil Romero are star centre midfielders, so they're 15 and 16. I would like to replace Gil Romero in the future. I'd like to get a world-leading ball-winning midfielder. I did look at Vidal. I have looked at Pogba, but neither of them will come to us. And Vidal's probably a little bit too old anyway. But Pogba, Pogba would be my number one choice. So if we could get Paul Pogba for Aston Villa, it'd be amazing. Julian Brandt is not always the second. 17 is always the second left-sided player in Julian Brandt. Thoughts behind this are nanny. Ruben Neves is the backup holding midfielder, so he's gone with 18. Harry Kane is my second number 10, so he's 2 times 10, which is 20. Scuffo we've covered. Jenkinson, Mings we've also covered. Zivkovic can play either side, he's always 25. Mamana, as I've already explained. And the third number 10, 3 times 10, is 30. Lucas Cano. So, let's get into the tactics. This has been a very long episode. We still have 2 games, so I do apologise that this is such a long episode, but I don't want to be cutting videos up and spacing it out when I want you guys to be able to sit and watch it. So this is probably the team that we'll go for. Lacazette on the right as an inside forward, like so. Memphis Depay's inside forward on the left. Oliver in behind Lukaku. Then we have Gil Romero and Lucas Romero in midfield. Silva, Balanta, Doria and Corchia at the back. We're going to bring... I never bring a goalkeeper with me, by the way. On FM, I've never needed to substitute my goalkeeper. Ever. So now that I've said that, it's probably going to be today. It's going to be the first time. Anyway, we're going to bring Harry Kane with us as our second choice, number 10. We're definitely bringing Sterling. We're definitely bringing Januzaj. I don't want to rush these players into the team too much. Remember, it's quite a big turnaround in players. Although all of the players starting finished the season with us. But we've got Harry Kane, Sterling and Januzaj straight away on the bench. We're going to bring... I'm going to go with Tyrone Mings and Kolka. I'm not going to bring Jenkinson because he can... yeah, that's what we'll go with. We're going to bring... Do we bring Thiago? I think we might... We're definitely going to have to bring a winger. So we'll bring Brandt with us. And we're going to need a central midfielder. And I think it's going to be Ruben Neves. So that's what we'll do. So we've got backup cover in every single position other than right back. That was the bonus about Flanagan. He could play both left and right back. And Garbs as well. He could play both left and right back. But we did decide to let them go, as they were both moaning about first team football. But yeah, that's what we're going to go with. We're going to start on attack, retain possession, look for the overlap, clear the ball to flanks, whip crosses, run at defence, be more disciplined and a much higher tempo. I want the ball moving around nice and quickly. We're going to go to match preview then. So this is going to be the Community Shield, as I said. They've got 2 new centre-back. Well, this is what they've previously done. A 4, same as us basically, with Hazard in the 10. That's interesting. Konoplyanka on the left, Rafinha on the right, but we'll see what they line up now. So we'll submit that team. We know we've done that. We've sorted that out. So it's processing then. So, can we win? They're 64 favourites, Chelsea, but can we win the Community Shield? We're 13-8. I might go counter. This is what they're going with. They're going with Gaya, Laporte, Zuma, Azpilicueta. I'd love to get Zuma. Oh, that'd be amazing. Courtois in goal. They've got Matic holding with our man Verratti next to him. Oscar in the 10. Wellington them on the right. Hazard on the left. Costa up top. Konoplyanka, Santon, Rafinha, Dybala, Cuadrado, Cahill and Cech. A very, very strong Chelsea team, I must admit. We've, as I said, you know the lineup for us. I think I might swap to counter early on. I'm not going to tackle... Tanjura loves us going hard on players. I'm going to close down him. Hazard, yeah. I don't want to tackle... Should we go? I'm worried about penalties. That's the only problem. Yeah, okay. We'll listen to Tanjura for that. It's all about the supporters, I agree. Apparently the supporters aren't important. That's why they don't react very well. I don't understand that. I know I've said about it previously, but one of the biggest things as a footballer is you're backing your fans and you do it for your fans. Every single time, passionate. This is for the fans. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But here we go. Community Shield. Diego Costa is tackled by Balanta. That should hopefully be the end of the kickoff highlight unless something comes from this. It's not. Zuma fouls Lukaku. That's going to be an interesting matchup. But yeah, here we go. So we're 3 minutes in. We've got a throw in on the right hand side. Lacazette comes inside to get the ball. Oliver's out wide. It's tackled by Verratti. Oscar. Hazard. Costa is coming forward with it. He's got no support yet. We're tackled, but he falls to Oscar. Spread out wide to Wellington Nem. He beats Silva too easy. He beats two players and he's smashed it really badly wide. A wasted opportunity for Chelsea with the first shot of the game. Azpilicueta with his traditional long throw. Hazard's got lots of room on the edge of the box. He's going to hit it. He did. He tried to pass it, in fact. It's cleared and it looks like Diego Costa's turned around and finished it and we're 1-0 down. We haven't had a shot yet either. They've only had 2. We were only 6.5 minutes into the game. But Costa looks like he brought the ball down really well. And then he's just turned and smashed it. A goal, really. Not a good start, I must admit, as we load the highlight. Bloody Chelsea are our bogey team on this, man. They're so good. Let's zoom that out. Azpilicueta then smashes it long. It's a bit laggy. Costa just brings it down and smashes it with his left foot into the corner. And that will make it 1-0 to Chelsea. Can we turn this around? I bloody well hope so. So it's Balanta then into Romero. Oliver. If you haven't noticed, we've changed our formation. We're trying to play a 4-2-3-1 rather than a 4-1-2-2-1, like with a holding midfielder. I'm trying to go more attacking. I'm thinking about the Champions League a little bit. I want to score goals this season. And Hazard's going to tap. Oh, what a save. What a double save. I thought Hazard was going to make that 2-0 in 7.5 minutes, but Oliver's going to come forward. Lacazette's going to win that. Can he take him back outside? No, he carries on inside and he's pretty much surrounded out. Costa is having a really good game. Look at the room there for Verratti. He's going to go one more, I'd imagine. Wellington then, one more. Costa, good save again by Horn, and he's keeping us in the game. We are under the cosh, and we are not creating enough at the moment. We are really not. This is a lot long. It's just a slow-moving game, though. We're only at 10 minutes. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, I knew it was going to be long, but bloody hell. So, come on, boys. Let's try and turn it around. Let's create something. We're supposed to, with this moving this man forward, we're supposed to be more attacking. And we've only had one shot in 25 minutes. It's not good enough. It really is not good enough. Can we create anything? Let's assertively demand more. Oh, no, it's stop. Laporte, oh no, we're going to have to demand more, I think. Anyway, look at the space out here. Wellington then skip past him. It's 3-on-1. He's beat another. Verratti open goal, and the curse of the ex-player comes up against us, and Marco Verratti, the old man, the legend, hopefully he's not bloody well celebrating. Wellington, who is this? Why are you diving in? Why is Romero diving in? Who is that as well? Silva. Both of them diving in and getting beaten, but Verratti just open goal. He's got nothing. He's got a corner, empty corner to aim for. Hopefully we can do something. But Wellington Nem is tearing us a new backside at the moment. But Depay's not going to... Oh, Courtois backed off. Why is he shooting? Where's the support? Why is Lukaku not in here? Lukaku's not having a good game. But this would see it through to half time. And I'm not happy. Not been good enough so far. I'm worried about Lukaku not showing anything. Let's do this. Let's move Lacazette up top. Let's take Lukaku off. Let's give Raheem Sterling his first game. Where is he? We're going to passionately tell him he can make the difference. Is he going to react well? Nope. Brilliant. So, 15 shots to our 5. We're still attacking. People can't fault me for not trying to attack, but 5 shots is not enough. Doria is not having a good game either. I don't really like to change centre-backs, but Doria is playing poorly. Corchia then with cracking the voice there. Sterling. Gaia tackles him way too easily. What's going to happen? He's going to clip it long. Oscar's got picked up way too easy again. Costa picks that up too easily. Are we even challenging these players? Costa comes forward. Can we tackle him? He smashed it over the bar, but he's really poor again. We're going to have a look at our... We're going to pause the video there. We're going to have a look at our opposition instructions. Tell them to close them down more. I'm going to show players. What's he saying? Yeah, the assistant manager now thinks to close them down more. I agree. Still 2-0. We have to create something. We really do. This is not good enough. But we are having more possession now. We're going to assertively say to show some passion. Azpilicueta with a throw in though. Zuma clips it long to Wellington Nem. Wellington Nem's having a really good game for them. Oscar, Verratti. Wellington, you better beat him to that. Silva, good. Cut it inside. That's good. Balanta, one more if you want. There we go. Doria, do not smash this long. Do not smash this long. Good. Corchia, cut it inside. Or go line, one or the other. Sterling, try and beat him. Try and beat him. Go on, get at him, son. Force him back. That's it. Sterling swings it in. Depay, it's 2-1. Come on, get the ball. Off we go. Back to the centre circle. Depay with his first goal of the season. First Aston Villa goal of the season in total as well. It was a great ball in from Sterling. He's come on, he's made an impact, getting an assist in only 15 minutes, which is brilliant. Can we turn this round, boys? Can we at least get an equaliser and force extra time? I don't mind. 73rd minute. Let's have a look to make a change. We've got 15 minutes to go. Is there anything we can do? Lacazette, it's not happening for him at the moment either. Let's go and give Harry Kane his debut. Who else isn't playing too great? Players aren't, to be fair, aren't too bad a form. Let's give Harry Kane a bit of a kick out the backside. Lacazette, it hasn't happened for him. It didn't happen for Lukaku either. Can Harry Kane make a difference? They've had 23 shots. We've only had 9. We are still attacking. And here we go. Courtois, he's well out of his goal, but Costa's got so much room. Balanta wins a header. Good. Gil Romero, Depay. Kane, hold it up. Hold it up. He's tackled way too easily. Oscar. Verratti. Good tackle by Romero. They're winning the second ball though. They've got 2 available. He's going to go one more to Verratti. Oscar. Horn does well to save. 82nd minute. It's a corner to Chelsea. I'd rather it be up the other end if I'm honest, lads. Come on. Verratti with the swings of the corner in. Should be clear. Yes. Rafinha probably play it wide again. He does. Verratti. Rafinha. Why have we let him give him that much room? Romero. Who's got the throw? It's a Chelsea throw in. Azpilicueta is a very dangerous. But that's going to be in the highlight anyway. So we're going to go attacking. We might as well go overload. We're going to pause it. We're going to team talk it. We're going to say passionate. Push forward. That's all we can do. It's a throw low to Chelsea. Laporte. Force it long. Force them to play it long. We can win it in the air. Rafinha. Cuadrado. Oh, Cuadrado's decent on this as well. Oscar. Wellington Nem. Do not let him beat you. Do not let him beat you. Corchia smashes it. Oh, it's gone back to them. Azpilicueta is probably going to clip it down the line. He does. We don't bother winning it. Oscar. Verratti's got a lot of room. Cuadrado, watch out for that one. He's heavy touch and we don't capitalise. Wellington Nem's going to make it 3, I think. Jonathan Silva's fouled him and it's a penalty in the 90th minute. And if they score this, well, this is likely to be it, to be honest, lads. Not good. Not a good start to the season. I never do well in the Community Shield, even on my old saves. But it's 2-1. Likely to be 3-1. Who's taking it? It's Verratti. Just the killer blow. And he does. Our old boy, Marco Verratti, has made it 2 for him, 3 for Chelsea, and it is 3-1. And to be fair to Chelsea, they've deserved this. We haven't been good enough on the day. Hopefully we can turn it around in the league and we can beat them in the league. It's more important. So, body language is not looking great. Can we get a late goal? It doesn't look like it. There's 5 seconds to go. Lucas Romero doesn't know what to do with it. Gil Romero is probably... And that's it, boys. We have lost at Wembley. Not good. Not good. I'm going to seriously say I'm far from pleased with what I just saw from this team. Oh, that's a shame. But they've dominated it, let's be honest. 25 shots to our 9, 13 on target to 2 on target. Possession, they've had more possession, although they did foul more. But there we go. So, Community Shield over. Unfortunately, we've lost 3-1 to Chelsea, but I'll see you in just a moment, where we will be playing against Arsenal in the Super Cups, the winner of the Europa League and the winner of the Champions League. I'll see you in just a second. So you rejoin us then for the final, well, the European Super Cup final. The winners of the Europa League, which is ourselves, and the winners of the Champions League, which is Arsenal. And before we get into it, there's a couple of things we need to go over. We've made another signing and we've let another person go. Well, not go, but temporarily go. We've signed Hector Caribali from Deportivo Cali. Bloody hell, that is a rhyme and a half. 525k. This was obviously not his release clause, but when you approach the sign and look at him. Look at him. Sort out his composure and he's already amazing. He's already wanted by a club on loan. We've only just signed him. 18 years old, Colombian. Physical stats are absolutely unbelievable. Mental stats are really, really good as well. Need to work on that composure. He's 5'11", finishing 17, heading 18. The technique does need working on though. But it looks so good. He's got a he's got really good potential. Potential to be as good as Lukaku, if not better, maybe in the future. And yeah, absolute bargain. Regen. This guy could be one for the future. The guy that we've let go, I had mentioned that Marcelo Melli joined. He's now gone out on loan to Genoa. They're paying 20k of his wages. He does need a work permit, so hopefully we'll be able to reapply for one in a couple of months' time. And yeah, that's all the transfer dealings that have been going on since then. We've also set our captain. So if we go to the home and we'll go to our club actually. Ruben Neves, I did mention I do like his mental stats. He is actually the captain. He's 20 years old. I'm thinking of the long term. This guy will stay with the team. He will build through the team and he will be eventually our number one sort of defensive style midfielder. Him and Lucas Romero, I'm sure, will create a very good partnership. But yeah, determination 17, 18 leadership, unless we sign someone that's even better than that, which is going to be very, very tough to do. We can build this club with Ruben Neves in mind. Balanta is the backup or / vice captain. Depay's our key player, and David Bonin, he's a striker that does need work on his finishing. He is our bright potential. Look at them pros. Yeah, he's our bright potential. Also, another thing to note, we're still reasonably doing well in our finances. It wasn't 100 million, by the way. That's when you sell players after the initial budgets are set. So we had 100 million at the point where they said, right, okay, this is what we'll give you if you hit your target. We went for Champions League, 100 million to do that. But we'd already sold loads of players to get to that point anyway. We've still got 21.36 million in the kitty. We've still got 100% revenue as well. The debt is slowly coming down. 893k a month until 2024, so 7 more years. We've still got 77 million remaining on the loan. So yeah, it's a gift loan, so we don't pay any interest on it. But the transfer debt is 146 million. Don't worry about that. That is just some of the transfers that we've made an agreement, but some of the fee is over 14 months, but that's all good. So we'll get straight into the game then. Match preview. We're playing the Super Cup final against Arsenal. Arsenal technically classed as the home team. We're at the Georgios Karaskis, which is the Greek national ground, I'm guessing. I think we might go for a very similar lineup to the one that we started in the Community Shield, although I'm going to drop Lukaku. We're going to bring Sterling in, as he did reasonably well, and I think that's what we'll go with. Silva, Balanta, Doria, Corchia at the back. I think actually we'll drop Doria. He didn't have the best of games, and we'll bring, where is he? We'll bring Kolka in for Doria. No, that's what we'll go with. Yeah, so 4-2-3-1 as again. Depay, Oliver, Sterling as our sort of attacking side of players. We might actually play Sterling's more of a winger in attack. We'll go with that. Lacazette up top as a complete forward. Oliver in behind. Gil Romero. The Romero brothers are still going, even though they're not brothers. They've been with us since the beginning. And yeah, attacking. Do we go attacking? Yeah, let's go attacking. We're going to submit the team. Let's do it. I could have taken Lukaku off really, out off the bench, and brought us another option. We're 6-4 favourites to win this one. Arsenal 13-8. We've looked good in training and repair, so I think we'll be fine. Yeah, Scuffe's away on international duty. Dragovic is absent, but I never say that it's fine. So they're going for a 4-4-1-1 with a flat 4 midfield. Van Aanholt, Jesus Christ, Van Aanholt from Sunderland. Koscielny, Mertesacker, Chambers, Alexis, Sanchez, Ramsey, Sol, the guy that we wanted, Chamberlain. I'd love to get Chamberlain as well. Ozil in the 10, Giroud up top. They've got Ospina, Debussy, Murphy. That's Murphy from Norwich. Hazard, Thorgan Hazard, by the way. Obita, Gulam, and Cazorla. We looked at Obita, but we went for Brandt in the end. What are we saying? Definitely want to close down Chamberlain. Yeah, that's what we'll go for. So we'll continue the team talk. Passionate. I expect to come back with the trophy. Again, nothing. They're not bloody listening at the minute. If I told them to do it for the fans, they would have said nothing either. So I'm ignoring my assistant. But here we go then. I'm going to start the match and we kick off. And we are in the Super Cup final. after winning the Europa League against Barcelona in an absolute thriller. Like I said again, plug Ozil. However, Ozil's through and he goes near post. Probably should have put that across the box, and Horn's actually saved it. They've got a corner, however. Don't concede this early like we did against Chelsea. Sanchez swings it in. Sterling, of all people, wins it in the air. He's obviously going to play that. Why are we not closing down Sanchez earlier than that? Sanchez comes inside, back to Ramsey, Ozil, and it looks like Horns tips over the bar and he's made 2 saves already. They've had a clear-cut chance within 2 minutes. Ozil swings the corner in. Can we clear? Kolscielny back out to Ozil. We're under Kosh here. And we do well to win that. Back to Ozil though. Ramsey. Sol. Ramsey. Oh my god, what a screamer. What a screamer. He just banged that left foot from miles out. And in 3 minutes we've conceded. Ramsey, look at that. To Sol. Balanta tackles him. And Ramsey on his left foot has scored an absolute screamer. You can't fault that. But we do need to score straight away. Van Aanholt. Sanchez. What is going on? Can we get the ball, please? We're supposed to be retaining possession. I haven't seen us have the ball yet. We haven't had a shot. Chamberlain. It's a bad pass back to Chambers. Mertesacker. He's probably going to play it to Szczesny. Back to, who smashes upfield. We have to win that in the air. Kolka does. We have to... Sol, that's too easy. Giroud. Balanta. Good. Gil Romero. Oliver. Lacazette. One more. Depay. No. He's going to come forward. Lacazette. Tackled. Gil Romero. Open goal. He should have hit that first time. Silva. Ramsey's beat him to it. What's going on? Giroud. Gil Romero. Oliver. Lacazette. You're 1-on-1. Oh, he's hit the bar. Oh, it's cleared. Corchia. Can he do anything with it? I can't remember what I was talking about before this now. Corchia swings it in. Mertesacker chests it down. Looked like it went out there, but apparently not. Giroud's easily picking that up. Ozil. And that'll be the end of the highlight. My God. Drama already. We're already 1-0 down. What a screamer from Ramsey. Oliver with the corner. Balanta is cleared. Lacazette play it back out wide. Or cross it in. Balanta. Oh, good goal. It's a good goal. Come in offside on his left foot and he makes it 1-1 within 10 minutes. Goals either way. If you had both to score on this one, you've won your money. It swung in then, and then Lacazette, I thought he was going to play this back out wide. He just picks out a nice pass to Balanta, takes a touch inside and smashes it with his left foot right into the top corner. Really good finish for a centre-back, to be fair, on his stronger side. So, it's always good for a centre-back to be doing well, especially when he's your captain. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm going to lose my voice just from this one episode. But we have started to turn around the shots. We're having a little bit more possession than them now. We've had nearly double their shots. We've had 2 clear-cut chances, however. I don't know when the first one was. Maybe it was the Lacazette strike. Is anything going to happen? After all that drama within 10 minutes, nothing's happened within the next 20 minutes after it. Come on, boys, let's do something. I don't want to say too much to them at the minute because we're edging it slightly. Well, I say that Arsenal come back with a few shots. It's now 50-50 on possession. In fact, it's very even. Very, very even. Let's just see it through to half-time. Do not concede before half-time. Gil Romero's booked. Jonathan Silva not having a good game. I think we'll take him off. Give Tyrone Mings his first game. Yeah, let's do it. Tyrone Mings. Whenever it tells me to say to do it for the fans, I am now no longer going to listen to him. Ever. Let's turn this round. Another option, we could bring Brandt on the left. Give him a debut. We brought Tyrone Mings on for Jonathan Silva, who wasn't having a good game, let's be honest. Can we do anything? Can we create anything? Let's just passionately tell them, encourage. We'll encourage them, because we're in the 65th minute and nothing's happened. Memphis Depay, I think we're going to take off though. 6.3 rating. He's also looking nervous. I think we'll make the change now, 15 minutes to go. Memphis Depay, what do we do? Brandt. Januzaj can play there. We could move Sterling onto the left and put Lukaku on up. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll swap with Sterling and Lukaku over. And we'll move Lacazette. So we'll passionately tell Lukaku, got faith in you, bro. He seems motivated, that's good. Then we're going to pause it. We're going to sort out the tactics because at the minute we've got Lacazette as a winger and we don't want him as a winger. We want him as an inside forward. Where are you? There you are. Inside forward. Attack. No. They've made some changes. Don't fancy it, no? Hairy muff. Right. So we've got players having a good game, actually. Kolka's having a good game. Balanta, Corchia, that's good. We're still attacking. I don't want to go overload too soon because they'll just come back at us. But Silva and Depay both not having great games. We've made the changes as we hit the 80th minute. Is anything going to happen? Let's make another change. Oliver for Januzaj. We'll give Januzaj his debut. Got faith in you. Seem deep in thought. What are you thinking about? I hope you're thinking about winning. Chamberlain, Chamberlain comes forward. Can we win that? He's still coming forward. Do not score now. Do not score now. Oh, Horn. Clear it. Chamberlain. Sol, not Sol. We've had Verratti already. Sanchez. Romero tackles him. Oliver, come on. Turn it round. Here we go. Lukaku. It's a good touch. He brings it down well. He's going to hold up the play. Play it wide. Play it wide. There we go. Mings. Mings, put it in the box. It's blocked. It's going to be a throw-in. Is that the end of the highlight? No. Yes. Brilliant. I thought something was going to come of that. I think they hit the post there. I think that's the reason why there was a highlight. And I think this is going to go to extra time. Gulam, 30 seconds to go. Mings, clip it. Here we go. Lukaku. Come forward with it. Support. We're on attacking. Come on. There it is. Januzaj. Januzaj, what are you going to do? He's going to be crowded. Januzaj. Sterling. Lukaku. He's scored. Is he onside? We've scored with 15 seconds to go. Oh, he's offside. Oh, my God. The lino kept moving. I thought he was on. Oh, nearly late drama again. But that is going to be it. It's going to be extra time. Oh, yeah, ask for the taking. That one I agree with. And to be fair, because the linesman normally pauses and stays where he is to obviously show whereabouts that the actual thing is on the pitch, the actual where he is offside, the position of the offside, and he looked like he hadn't stopped, so I thought we'd scored last minute. Right, okay, we go again. 16 shots to their 14. We've just got 51% possession. I'm worried about the fitness, but we've already made our changes for the players that weren't doing too well, to be fair. But it was a good cutback from Januzaj into Lukaku. Or was it Lacazette? I can't even remember. Is anything going to happen? This is going to go to penalties, isn't it? Said saying, oh, Mings. Play him. Sterling. Oh, no, it didn't go over the top. It was a poor pass. Why are we so deep? Move forward. We don't need to be so deep with Giroud up top. Cazorla, Sol. Oh my God, it would have been an icing on the cake for Sol to get the winner. It is a very, very even game. This could go either way. We're still attacking. So end of the half time. Let's just give them a team talk. Passionate. We're going to encourage them again. Here we go. Lukaku's not doing it at the minute. He's dropped to a 6.8 now. That's good. Lacazette's though on the right. To be fair, Tyrone Mings has done quite well since coming on. 7.4, especially with the likes of up against Alexis Sanchez by the sounds of things. At what point do we go attacking? Overload. Oh, what's going on? Horn with a goal kick. Mings is going to lose out to Sanchez. Balanta picks it up. Gil Romero. Januzaj, bit of room. Lukaku. Out wide to Mings. Can he keep it in? He can. He puts it in. Lukaku. Oh, it's saved by Szczesny. A little bit further to the, close to the left. He probably could have put it in this corner. Koscielny. They played it short. Chambers. We're forcing them very deep, as you can see. Szczesny smashes it clear. Mings is going to win the ball, having a really good game. Gil Romero. Januzaj. Sterling. Oh, it's a good tackle. And it's a corner ball. I don't know if it's a block or a tackle, one or the other. Januzaj with a corner. It's clipped. Tyrone Mings. It's deflected. It's bouncing around the box and it is cleared. We've got players on really poor conditioning. Giroud. Balanta's going to get sent off. Oh, for God's sake. That's all you need. This ref has been card happy towards the end, look. And Balanta's been sent off. This is not good. We've made all our subs. Can either of you two play centre back? No. Brilliant. We've got what? 3 minutes to go. I think this is what we're going to have to go for. No, I said yes. So we're going 4-1, 4-1, 3-1. But there's nothing in the middle. Oh, don't concede now. Sterling. Clip, smash that. Look at the right side. What are you doing? Why have you done that? You've got 2 players to play it to. They're going to come straight back at us now. Debussy, Ramsey, they're going to have loads of room in the middle because of the sending off. Gil Romero, don't get sent off as well. What can you do for me? Januzaj, crowded out. Gulam picks the ball up at left back for them. Win that. Mings does well again. He's having a good game. He's having a great game. What a ball. Lukaku, you 1-on-1 to win it. To win it. And what a... Who was that? Who was that? Chambers. What a tackle. He got back in. And Lukaku, to be fair, has to do better there. Mings, keep that out. Keep that out. Good boy. Loving Tyrone Mings. Oh, uh-oh. Spoke too soon. Sanchez. And Mings does well again. And then we're up to 120 minutes now. We're in added time. And that is going to be the end. It is penalties. It is penalties. Everyone's on there. I've already done my penalty lineup. Whew. And to be fair, Lukaku should have won it at the end. 6.3. He's not had a good game. Let's be honest. Hopefully he can. He's the worst player on the pitch, actually. Hopefully he can capitalise, however. And man, this is a long episode. This must be touching an hour. Lukaku, good. Makes it 1-0. Who's next? Who's next? Cazorla. Come on, Horn. Come on, Horn. Come on, Horn. Good boy. Timo Horn makes the save and saves Cazorla's penalty, which goes straight down the middle. Doesn't even move. Lacazette to make it 2-0. Good boy. Lacazette makes it 2-0. Ramsey. Can Horn keep this one out? No, he does go down the middle, however, Ramsey, but Horn decides to go to his right hand side, to our left, or to Ramsey's left. Januzaj to make it 3-1. Oh, there wasn't a lot of power on that. He's a very lucky boy. Giroud, come on, Horn. Again down the middle. All the Arsenal goals, all the Arsenal penalties are down the middle. We've saved one, and it's 3-2 after 3 penalties apiece. Romero. It's a good penalty right in the top corner. 4-2. And am I right in saying that they have to get this? Sanchez. Jesus Christ. Rocketed off the bar. Corchia to win it. He does. And we've won the Super Cup on penalties after, to be fair, having reasonably a better amount of possession and more shots on goal. I'm going to say congratulations. I'm happy. There's a couple of performances I weren't happy with. Depay, for example, Lukaku. Oliver was average, and Jonathan Silva didn't do well. But I was really happy with the way Tyrone Mings came in and done well. And there it is, boys. Rather not discuss that right now. We'll deal with him separately. We'll leave the match. But thank you very much for watching. The next episode probably won't be at the end of this month because there's only half a month to go. But we've won the Super Cup. It is official. We will probably join. The next update will be at the end of September. It'll be after the Newcastle game, before the second game in the group stage of the Champions League. We'll also know who we've got and who we've played in the Capital One Cup. Just because there's not really much point in us doing that much of an update at the end of the month when we're halfway through the month already. So there should be if there's any more transfers goings on since then or since today, that's when we'll tell you. But I'm going to quickly save the game now. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Remember to leave a like if you have enjoyed the episode. I apologise that it is the long one. If you've watched to this point, put in the comment section. What should we do? Super Cup champions. That's what you got to put. So hashtag Super Cup champions in the comment section below if you have watched this point. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying the live episodes when we're obviously in cup finals and stuff. I doubt there'll be many over throughout the season until we do hit some finals. Maybe if we hit the Capital One Cup final, if we reach it, I don't know. We haven't got that one in our locker yet, but unfortunately we've missed out on the Community Shield. But we have won the Super Cup to go with our collection of the FA Cup, the Europa League, and and is that all we won? Yeah, that's all we've won so far. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.